I'm just not really sure about JOAO Felix. What are we going to do with Bruno Fernandes? What happens if you're bringing JOAO Felix into this conversation? Hello and welcome to Planet Fast. Happy New Year if you're watching this video. Let's talk about JOAO Felix coming to Manchester United. If you ask me, I'm still a bit 50-50 about this. I don't really know how JOAO Felix would fit into this Manchester United system without us having a proper number 9. And yes, I mean a proper number 9, because if you watch my videos and my streams, you would know that I don't really think Anthony Martial can lead this line going forward into the next season. Now, with that being said, JOAO Felix, let's talk about him. False 9 football in Old Trafford, and let's talk about how this could impact Ten Hag ball in Old Trafford. Firstly, what are we going to do with Bruno Fernandes? Bruno Fernandes is currently playing the 10th position in Manchester United. Even though his goals and assists don't represent the level of output that he's given, he is doing a fairly good job if you ask me. He's very aggressive. He's always helping out with his defensive duties. He's always making sure he gets into the right positions. I think the main concern with Bruno is him and his hero ball. Him and those Hollywood passes. What can I say? If he manages to get that in line, I think Bruno Fernandes would be a fantastic player for us. But what happens if you're bringing JOAO Felix into this conversation? Where does that lead us? JOAO Felix as a false 9. We must understand this one thing. JOAO Felix naturally always veers to the left. He does that in Portugal. He does that in Atletico Madrid. Plus, JOAO Felix actually plays better with a solid number 9 in front of him that he can link up with. I don't think JOAO Felix would fit this Manchester United system, bringing him in just as a false 9 player. I mean, considering Martial, considering Rashford and Anthony as a fluid front 3, I don't know how JOAO Felix would fit into that Martial role. If you ask me, the way I see it happening is Bruno playing a number 8 position and JOAO Felix playing a number 10 position right behind Anthony Martial, and that would make more sense to me. But then how would Bruno be playing a number 8 position? Balls from deep? I don't know. Comment down below what you think. Let's talk about the financials. JOAO Felix with the loan option, there's two ways Manchester United could do this. If you ask me, they could try and buy him with money. I don't know, because we seem to have no money. Or they could do the loan option without a obligation to buy. My main concern is Arsenal, top of the league, Gabriel Jesus injured, and who else to fit their system better than JOAO Felix? JOAO Felix would slot in perfectly into their system if you ask me. He'd do the same job as Gabriel Jesus does, if not somewhat better. Gabriel Jesus's running output, you might say, is a bit higher, but JOAO Felix is a fantastically great player when it comes to linking up and also in tight spots, and Arsenal seems to be rightly suited for him. That does not mean to say that I don't want JOAO Felix, but I'm just going for comparison in terms of team to team. Mikel Arteta, fond of JOAO Felix. There's a lot of talk about JOAO Felix going to a Premier League club. Jorge Mendes is looking for a move for his client as well. His client is clearly not happy with Diego Simeone's very much defensive football, and also Diego Simeone keeping him in bench all the time. But I feel like there is some sort of politics in here between Jorge Mendes and Manchester United. His number 1 client, Cristiano Ronaldo, left the club really bitter and in a really abrupt manner, exposing a lot of things about the club that a lot of fans already know about. But I'm sure Jorge Mendes would like to rekindle his relationship somewhat with Manchester United. Does that mean that he will sway his client to join Manchester United? Well, I don't know. I hope so. I mean, JOAO Felix would be an addition to Manchester United nonetheless. I'm just not really sure about JOAO Felix. Rashford playing on the left, likes to veer inside. Anthony playing on the right, sometimes veers inside. Martial, focal point, either stays in the central position, sometimes he veers to the left, but he stays in his designated spot, if you want to say. Him, Martial against Wolverhampton, he came in deep to collect the ball and he went straight back up. But you feel like when you watch Manchester United, we're missing a proper striker, a out-and-out striker, a striker like Gonzalo Ramos, a striker like Ivan Toney, a striker like Vlahovic, a proper striker. I would prefer Bruno Fernandes in the 8th position, JOAO Felix in the 10th position, and another proper centre-forward striker in the number 9 position. For JOAO Felix, an absolutely truly talented player, extremely good with his close touch, extremely good with beating a man, extremely good with his shooting, with his passing. You saw him in the World Cup linking up with Gonzalo Ramos, who got a fantastic goal because of that pass from JOAO Felix as well. Those intricate passes around and outside that penalty box is what we need. Those intricate passes in the opposition half is what Manchester United are missing. You see that with Bruno Fernandes at times trying, but Bruno Fernandes, sometimes it works out, but a lot of times it doesn't work out, and that's where my main concern is. I'd love to know what other Manchester United fans and Arsenal fans think about JOAO Felix. Comment down below and let me know. I do regular live streams pretty much every day, so you guys could join in there as well and have your say. Now, talking about the financials of Manchester United, as far as I'm aware, there's only £20 million available for Manchester United to spend in this January transfer market. With the transfer market opening up just now, will Arnold and Murta make something happen? Possibly, possibly not. Looking at all the talk about the takeover and etc, the investment, are the Glazers going to be wanting to spend money this January? High probability is no. If Martial stays fit, I don't think they actually try and spend money. We also need a right back, let's not forget. At the moment, Wan-Bissaka has just seen us through, having a decent 2-3 performances. I guess we'll keep him through to the next season. But we also have concerns about Eriksen. He's had a good few bang average performances. What do we do about that? Do we now push Bruno Fernandes to the 8th position and that's why bring JOAO Felix in? It'd be very interesting to see. Would we also have to kind of commit to buying JOAO Felix in summer? I mean, the price tag, you're looking at around 90 to 100 million euros if you want to buy him, and that's another big headache as well, considering the amount of players that we actually bought last summer. And then will we be spending another 100 million euro this summer coming? It all comes down to the new shirt sponsor. We can't forget about that. It also comes down to potential new owners. Would they be wanting to buy a JOAO Felix, or would they be wanting to buy an Mbappe to Manchester United? We don't know. Only time will tell. But nonetheless, I just feel like JOAO Felix to Manchester United, I don't see it happening. There's an 8 million euro salary requirement. Then there is a loan fee as well of around roughly 8 to 10 million euro. Are Manchester United, when they have 20 million left to spend, going to spend on JOAO Felix? If you ask me, it kind of is like take it or leave it. I would take it. We barely score goals. Our goal ratio is 0. Our goal difference is 0. It is diabolical. We need to score goals. You don't win things and you don't go forward in the league if you're not scoring goals. We need to be scoring a lot of goals. We have a lot of games incoming as well. So considering that, JOAO Felix would be a great addition in terms of that as well. And also considering we are potentially in the loan market, the only player that we could eventually get is only JOAO Felix. Name me in the comment down below another player JOAO Felix's caliber that we could go and approach for a loan. I can't think of any. For the player that he is and the quality that he brings, I think it would be the right thing to do for the price tag that it is of 16 to 18 million euro, when only we have 20 million euros to do. If JOAO Felix comes in, gets us 5 to 7 goals, maybe 5 to 10 assists, I would happily take that, and I would think that is a fantastic transfer done in January. But Arsenal are knocking on the door. Mikel Arteta is looking for reinforcements. He is in the transfer market. He is saying he's going to be active. On the other hand, Ten Hag is saying he wants the right players. He wants the players that comply with the club's criteria, but also the club's financial criteria. So he always mentions this thing about in right players in his press conferences. So we'll have to wait and see, is JOAO Felix the right player for him? We do know though, Ten Hag has played false nine football before with Dusan Tadic in the 18-19 season, playing in that central position, giving him free reign to kind of roam around and make things happen and bring players into the in and around the penalty box and outside the opposition final third. But the question is he going to be able to replicate that with Manchester United, considering Anthony Martial is here as well? Who is going to be holding bench? Because if JOAO Felix comes in, one of the main reasons why JOAO Felix will be coming in is for game time. So does that mean Eriksen will be holding bench? We need to have those uncomfortable conversations. Which player in your mind should be holding bench? If you ask me, I think at the moment the right person to hold bench would be Eriksen. Anthony is kind of Ten Hag's favorite player on the right hand side. Martial, I mean, people tell me that the manager loves him, but I feel like the manager has no option but to. And Rashford, he's carrying Manchester United single-handedly on his back at the moment, so the manager has no option but to play him and keep him. With that being said, I think JOAO Felix in a 10 position, Bruno Fernandes in a 8, Casemiro in a 6, we could make something happen. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe on your way out and hit the bell notification. I go live pretty much every day, so you can join my live streams as well. Peace, love and guidance, and have a happy new year.